Welcome to the Copiosis Social Group Sunday Chat. I'm your host, TC. I'm here every Sunday, 10 o'clock Pacific time, and I'm at your service. If no one joins me, then I entertain myself with videos and whatnot. So recently, I've been working on the origins of our current government. And I'm putting together a video of videos how we got here. I'm going to share my screen. So this is the video I'm working on, and it starts out with Caleb Maupin, the video about the fruit of a poison tree. It's a part of the law that if something is created from a tainted source or a corrupt source, then anything that comes after that is likely to be corrupt or is corrupt. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Now, it's interesting because in the legal profession, they will talk about what they call fruit of a poison tree. And that means that if the way something is originated is corrupt, the result is also, and the understanding is that if something is created in a corrupt way, it's cursed, it's tainted. And I think that this understanding, that if something is created in a corrupt way, it is cursed and tainted, really applies to the United States. The United States was created with the genocide of Native Americans. It was created with the transatlantic slave trade. And the United States was created in a very corrupt way, and it's maintained its power through war and militarism and destruction. There is a real possibility of a whole new America being created. But there's no question that the country must be reborn. The country will have to be reborn on new values: kindness, brotherhood, sisterhood, compassion, solidarity. Right? We won't be simply.
Wow. Well, that explains a lot. So then he goes on to speak brilliantly about the hope of a new way of being, and he's working on creating that. And then so the next video has to do with what is the doctrine of discovery. So here's the poison that we talk about from the fruit of a poison tree. In the doctrine of discovery, it says, let me move on here. The doctrine of discovery is a series of papal bulls written between 1452 and 1493. It was essentially the church in Europe saying that the nations of Europe, whatever lands you find not ruled by Christian rulers, those people are less than human and the land is yours for the taking. If that's not poison, I don't know what is. But the real challenge with the doctrine of discovery is the way it has influenced the very foundations of our nation. And then this goes on to talk about, it says the doctrine of 1452 was to say to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Sacrians and pagans whatsoever, to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery, and to convert them is to his or their use and profit. I mean, come on, where are we? This is how we built our country. So the doctrine of discovery is a systemically racist document. So then he says, King George drew a line down the Appalachian Mountains and something happened and they got angry and wrote a letter, and the letter was the Declaration of Independence, because they were saying that they'd stirred up the merciless Indian savages. So here's they go to the Declaration of Independence. All men are created equal. And then he goes to explain that just below that, they point out the merciless Indian savages. And he says the Declaration of Independence is a systemically racist document. Hey, Perry. Well, that was interesting. Perry came and we had a wonderful conversation. And Perry is such a wonderful man. And we talked about Copiosis and how they're taking care of themselves and getting ready for the fact that we do live in a very divided country and that there may be pushback. And if Copiosis becomes popular, that they will be doxxed and possibly protested against. So I understand where he's saying he's preparing to give his life for this, and I honor him for that. And that's a noble place to be. And it does take some time to come to that. But I know that's where Martin Luther King was at when he said that if there's not something worth dying for, you haven't found a reason to live. I don't know where I was with my video, but I'll go check it out. And we're at time. We did the hour, and it was wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you sometime. And like I say, I'm always here on Sunday morning. So see you down the road.